Alright, so we're going to begin by looking at this quarter note rhythm exercise, and we're going to look at that first line. This is a 5-line exercise. Each line gets progressively more difficult, or I guess more appropriately, there's just a new aspect to each line. None of them really should be that difficult after enough practice. We haven't learned any chords yet, anything to do with our left hand, so we're not just going to leave it out of the equation for now. We're just going to use the right hand. Remember about the pick hand, you want to make sure that it's coming out of the outside of your thumb, like so, just perpendicular, and then you just gently close your hand around. And when you place it on those strings, you want to make sure there's just enough give that it pushes a little bit, and then when you come down, it comes through like that. So with these rhythms here, you're going to keep in mind that each one of those slashes counts as 1/4 beat. And in our, some of you guys are working right now on rhythm, but just a quick little introduction. The 4/4 time signature is talking about the length of the measure and what goes into the measure. The beats are what's subdividing the measure. So the 4 on the bottom is saying that there are 4 notes within an entire measure. And the 4 on the top is saying what the value of that note is. In this case, it's 4/4, so it's 4/4 notes. And that's going to make more sense when you actually start playing the music. If that's not something you're familiar with, you're going to get the feel as you go along. But just so that you can grasp it, think of each one of those quarter notes as 1/4 of the measure. And so it has to evenly divide the measure. So for example, this one, if my tempo were 1, 2, 3, 4, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of those slashes is saying to strum, and so it's saying to strum 4 quarter notes in a 4/4 measure. So it's going to sound very straightforward. Now, one thing that I've given you, excuse me, is these different beats here that you can use. Very simple beat here, and then the tempo doesn't change, but you just have a more complicated rhythm with the next one here. And you've got more complicated rhythms, still the same tempo. And again, the Latin beat. All the same tempo. Okay? So let's try that first one together, and I'm just going to use that simple ballad right here.